Okay. I think I'm live. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it should be going. Yeah. One moment. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Wonder how good the audio is right now. So let me try. Okay. Looks good. Oh, someone said something. Okay, it's good. Is the audio good? So I'm not sure if you can hear me. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay, cool. See, the audio might be a bit weird. It's I'm outside right now. I was out hiking, so I don't know. I just decided, hey, might as well just do the live stream outside. So might as well. Oh, nice. We got a few people here. Good. Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised. I'm also right next to a highway too, so you might hear a few cars, but the park is near the highway, but my goodness, yeah, no, it was crazy. I'm actually out here, and obviously, there's no internet out here. All I have to go is like the hotspot of my phone, and I look at my phone. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere right now. I look at my phone, and I have like full bars, and I'm like, why do I have full bars? And I look behind me. There's a giant cell tower behind me. So this is like literally the perfect spot to do a live stream outside, even though it's literally miles away from where I live. Let's see, Gen 2 star. Can't believe Luke is back. My goodness. Okay, it's good. Glad to know this is working well. I thought this was gonna be a complete disaster. I thought I wouldn't be able to get it up. That is good. Wait, am I able to? Oh, I am able to. Oh, I can say things in the chat. I didn't know that. Oh, cool. Okay. That's good. Okay. Let's see. Ultra low latency. Yep. Okay. Looking good. Not bad. I'll go ahead and check my battery real quickly. I want to see how long this live stream will last, because it's the battery on my laptop isn't the best on the planet. I guess I'll see. Oh, it's okay. It's at 90%. Like it's only been 5 minutes, and it's at. That's not bad actually. That means it'll last around an hour at least. So that's good. Okay. I think. Okay, yeah. So this live stream is really just a test, just to see a test of a lot of things. A test of my cell signal, see how good my crappy cell signal is. A test of my laptop battery to see how long it'll last, like live streaming or encoding videos. And then I guess a test of how good I am at audio. I don't know, because there's literally a highway right next to me, and I'm not sure if you guys are picking it up on the microphone, but it seems to be quite, to me at least, it's quite loud. Okay. Here, wait, let me... Ooh. I want to see if I can, like, edit this real quickly. Oh, okay. Let's see. I also want to see if I can push this away a bit more. There we go. Okay. Okay, good. Let's see if I can. I want to see if I can like add like a background to this live stream, because it's just a picture of me with just like a weird black border on it. Say, I haven't used OBS before, and I tried setting up FFmpeg for the stream, and it was just a pain in the butt. So I just gave up and used OBS. I've never used it before, so I guess I'll see how well this goes. Ooh. Did my face disappear? Oh, okay, my face did disappear. Cool. It says Crumb Snatcher. It's an interesting username. I can hear the highway cars, but it's not too loud to disrupt the stream. That's good. Okay. That's what I was going for. I really wish I could have like filmed, I don't know, like closer way to the road, or further away from the road. But I guess I have to deal with this. It's fine. There's actually not that many parks near here that actually go like really far away from the road. I guess it's what happens when you live like in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. Let's see. I want to see if like I can add like a background or a filter or something like that. Can I? Okay. See, there's only like 3 people watching, I guess, but I might as well ask. Does anyone here know like how to like? Does anyone here use OBS? I should probably ask, because I'm trying to figure out how to add like a background. Let's see. So I'm not sure how delayed the stream is too. Yeah, ooh. Let's see. What's studio mode? Oh darn, I can make transitions and cuts? Excuse me? Dang. Okay, that's a bit fancy. Scene transitions. Okay. Let's see. So I can. Oh, okay. Here we go. I can add an image. I found it. Create new image. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Got it. It's also a tad bit windy too. Actually picking up a bit. Let's see. Let me find a good background image. I think. Okie dokie. I'll just use one of my like personal wallpapers or whatever. Shouldn't be wallpapers. Save file. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Let's add let's see now if I can. Oh. Let's move that. Let's get that right there. There we go. Okay. Cool. See, does that look good? Okay, yeah, that doesn't look bad. I'll actually just go ahead and just shrink my face over here. Let's see if I can like fit this picture over here. Just make it not a black, just a boring black image. Okay, there we go. That doesn't look bad. It's better than having an ugly black border. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Cool. Okay, glad to know that the stream is working. And that the audio isn't absolutely horrible. That is good. Let's see. Nice. So I'm wondering if I could add text to. Oh, here we go. I can add text. Okay. And this is all new for me. I've never used OBS before. Let's see. Okay. Let's go with like a very bright color. Dark color. Ooh. So it's a big old test right there. Okay. So text does work. Oh, it says the K123. It's an interesting username. It says, out of curiosity, what languages do you speak? Well, I mean, obviously English. What languages do I speak? I mean, if you're asking me what languages I speak, like, decently, just English. I do know a bit of Mandarin. Not enough to speak that well at all. But I do know sign language, American Sign Language. Which, I mean, it's kind of cheating because it's American Sign Language is like close enough to English where it's almost English, but no, the grammar is different. But no, those are really the only three I know. I've been curious about Latin, honestly. I haven't really learned to. I know how to do like basic. I know how to read some basic sentences, but nothing too crazy. I'm trying to think, is there any other languages? Like I think at one point I tried learning Spanish too, but um, I don't want to say I gave up learning Spanish, but I just yeah, I gave up. I gave up learning Spanish. Um, I didn't really see a use for it, at least not right now. Although like literally like half the people in America speak Spanish, so I might learn it at some point. I think China, I think I might brush up on Chinese a bit because I feel like Chinese would be a lot more useful. Because literally I think almost 1.5 billion people speak it, so I think that'd be pretty useful. Plus all the stuff you buy in America is made in China, and like you get like sometimes you get instructions like just all Chinese instructions. And it's just like I really wish I could read. I really wish I could read all of this, not just like little tiny snippets, because I don't know that much Chinese. But it'd be nice to know Chinese, know a lot more Chinese than I do now. But so once you have the basic grammar down, it's not that hard. Let's see. I'm gonna try to edit this label right here. I can have it just say test. Let's see. Live stream. Am I able to add like a border? Oh yeah, there's an outline. Okay, cool. Outline. So what can I do? Like white text with a black outline. Will that work? Oh, it does. Okay, that actually works decently. Whoa. Dang, okay. There we go. Live stream. That looks very tacky. That looks extremely tacky, but like I don't know what else to do. Yeah, there we go. Just put it right on top of my face. There we go. I wish I could make the border a bit thicker too. Let's see. It does give me an custom text width. What is this? It doesn't really do anything. Word wrap, drop shadow. Ooh, I can change the font. That's good. Let's do. Ooh, no, that's not good. There we go. So where's Linux? Oh, well, I can't type in the font. Darn. Is Linux Libertine on here? Oh no, I don't have that font installed. Darn. That's disappointing. Let's see, add font dash Linux. Darn, okay. Oh, Linux dash Libertine, okay. Or Libertine, how do you pronounce it? Okay, I really like this font. Oh, darn, I can't. That's disappointing. Yeah, it's just a bunch of... Oh, I have our Noto fonts installed on here. Let's do monospace, see how that looks. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. really just a lot of messing around for me, just like with all these settings, these OBS settings. I go, that actually matches pretty well. There we go. Okay. There we go. That'll just fit in there. Yeah, maybe not quite. That doesn't look too good. I'll keep that down. I'll keep that like below my face. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Okay. It seems like, how long has this... Oh man, it's already been going for 20 minutes. Wow. I guess time flies. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That doesn't look too bad. Let's get rid of that. There we go. So, So wait. So I wonder what this studio mode is on OBS. So wait, I can transition. I can cut, transition, fade to black, fade. So wait, if I just... No. I mean, I don't really care. It's whatever. Let's see, how much battery do I have left? That's... wrong command. I want to see... Okay, I'm at 73. Maybe my battery will last a bit longer than I thought. Okay. So I need to stop like fidgeting with my chin. It's driving me crazy. Oh, someone says hi. Hi. Someone asks, "Where are you from?" I don't think I should answer that just for privacy reasons. I mean, you can probably find like what state I'm from. I mean, I'm not sure if you're asking where I was born or like where I currently live either, but I don't think I should answer either of those just for privacy, I guess. So people don't dox me. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, like where I live and where I was born, it's probably public information at this point. Like, you can probably just find, like, it might not be easy to find. You can just like contact, like, if you spend enough time, you could probably find out where I live or like where I was born. But I mean, like, why would you? Oh, it says I mean Europe. No. This is Burgerland. This is Burgerland right here. This is America. Yeah, no, I don't live in Europe. For better or for worse, depending on what country, you know. There's some good ones, there's some bad ones, you know. So I definitely wouldn't want to live in England. That's, yeah, I wouldn't want to live in England. I'm trying to think if there's any other like European countries I would never want to be in. Like maybe Eastern France or maybe Northern France. I don't know. No. But I'm from America. Or at least I was born in America. I live in America, obviously. It says I'm Italian, LMAO. Dang. It's a pretty nice country, honestly. I've never been to Italy. I do know a lot of people who've been to Rome recently, and it's just like, dang, I am jealous. I wish I could go to Rome, or just Italy in general. It's a nice place. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be a horrible place. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been there. Don't live there. I don't know a few people that have like not even like lived there, but just like traveled there occasionally. Let's see the stream. Yeah, the stream's doing good. Okay, cool. Actually, you know, I think about it, there's one country I probably don't want to go to in Europe, and that's I think it's Albania. I think everyone warns you to stay away from Albania. I know. I think it's Albania, if I recall correctly. Maybe Serbia. Maybe Serbia too. I don't know. But I think everyone tells you to stay away from Albania. Says no, Albania is a good place. I mean, if you're gonna say that, you gotta defend Albania. You can't just say, "Oh, it's a good place," and then just not give me any reasons. I mean, the reason people tell me not to go to Albania is because a lot of people steal there. But I know that's a stereotype. But that's all I have to go off of. It's like when people say everyone in America is fat or selfish, which is. It's kind of true, but it's not everyone is, obviously. It's a stereotype for a reason, obviously. Maybe it's just Albanians and maybe it's just Albanians when they go to other countries. I don't know. I just hear about that stereotype a lot from just Albanians or just Albania in general. Let's see. So the K23 or the K123 says, I'm American, though I am ethnically Russian and speak the language fluently. Okay. So born in Russia. Like born in Russia, or like your parents are Russian? But okay, it's interesting. So I'm not too familiar with like the Cyrillic alphabet. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it the Cyrillic or Cyrillic alphabet? Like, people pronounce it both ways. I'm like, I haven't had enough effort to like find out how it's pronounced. People say Cyrillic, Cyrillic. I don't know, but I heard it's actually like fairly simple, straightforward. If it is, I think isn't Russian Latin based, or am I just hallucinating? Maybe I'm hallucinating. I don't know. So someone, oh, a bug. Oh, it says, oh, it's based on Greek. Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Actually, they do look very familiar. But there are similarities between the Latin alphabet. I think that's where I was getting that from. Yeah, the Latin alphabet. I mean, because when you just like compare a picture of I still don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Cyrillic, I don't know. Alphabet with the Latin alphabet, you're just like, there's a lot of similarities. Like I was looking at a poster, I'm like, this has to be based off of Latin, like because it just has to be. I know that like there aren't as many letters as there are in the Latin alphabet, I think, but it has to be based off of it, just a little bit. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So someone says, I mean, in Albania there are nice beaches and everything is cheap. I mean, I guess that's a good enough reason. I guess that's a good enough defense of Albania as a place. But what about like? There's still the stereotype of the people. Like America has a lot of we have a lot of land, a lot of open land. We have way too much land, honestly. Trying to think of what other nice things America has. I think that's the biggest one is land. But the people, I think make or break the country. Like that's really where it lies. If you don't have like decent people in your country, it's just like why bother? Let's see. Oh, there's someone here saying I'm from the Kingdom of Norway. Oh, and we got international. A lot of international viewers here. Goodness, there's someone. Let's see. There's someone from Italy, someone from Norway, someone from Russia, or not from Russia, ethnically from Russia, but American. And yeah, see, Norway is interesting. I'm trying to remember, like, it's always the area, the Sweden, Norway area that just like always confuses me because I never remember which one's which, because it's like, oh, that's Denmark, and then someone's like, no, that's actually Sweden, and I just can never remember which one's which because it has just the weirdest layout, most undistinct layout. Maybe not undistinct layout, but like it's hard for me to differentiate between like the different like Scandinavian countries, I guess. That being said, you don't really hear much about Norway. They kind of just exist. I'm trying to think, when is the last time I ever heard of anything happening from Norway? Like I'm trying to genuinely like think, like I hear about Denmark all the time, Sweden. I know a few Polish people, which isn't even that close, honestly. Maybe No, I've heard of stuff from Finland. Like I don't know. I mean, no need to insult Norway. It's just that like, I don't know. I never hear of anything happening from Norway. It's kind of like Nebraska here in the United States. You never hear about anything happening from Nebraska or North and South Dakota. Nothing. You don't hear anything happening there. Oh man, so the downside of like live streaming in the middle of a park is that like there's bugs crawling everywhere, and so they're crawling over my laptop. I don't want them to get my vents. I guess that's the one thing about having like a hermetically sealed MacBook is like bugs and like debris can't get into the vents and like destroy your computer. Whereas I have a ThinkPad and it has just a massive vent for the fan, and bugs can just crawl right in. Let's see. Oh, the guy from Norway says we are very rich and have much oil money. Yeah, I think think, yeah, I do remember. I don't, like I said, I don't know much about Norway, but I think I do remember hearing a little bit about that at one point, about the fact that Norway just is just rich and just like has just ludicrous, maybe not ludicrous amounts of oil, like not Saudi Arabia levels of oil or Middle East, but like still decent amounts. Someone asks, "Are you still using Alpine?" I am, and I am not regret. Actually, okay, I do have a few pet peeves. Maybe not pet peeves, but just a few, like, how would I word this? Annoyances with Alpine, and it really, like, it's to be expected because, like, some of my annoyances are, or I guess the biggest annoyance I have is the fact that certain packages, or not certain packages, but certain programs just won't run because what people do is they compile a program and they're like, yes, let's dynamically link everything, and then that works fine. Like if you have like a distribution package manager, Alpine Linux does that too. But if you're just distributing a binary on the internet for Linux, don't dynamically link your programs. Like if it's possible, I don't know. Like I don't understand. Like there's so many programs out there I see where people are just like, let's dynamically link them, and I'm like, no, like you want to make them as portable as possible. And that's one thing about Alpine Linux is, like, I'll pull like a binary off of the internet and then run it, and I'll be like, oh, sorry, you can't run this because you don't have, the GNU C library installed, and I have to install it temporarily just to run this program. When what they should do is just statically link everything, and then so that way when you just maybe not ship a binary, but like when you distribute a binary on the internet, like I can run it on any Linux machine, even like just any Linux machine for the most part, and it'll run. Like I don't have to worry about like dynamically linked libraries. It's everything's statically linked. I just run it as long as it's running on the same like CPU architecture. It will be fine. And I just don't know why people don't do that. I mean, sure, like certain like complicated programs where you have to like, it's hard to dynamically link. I understand that, but like I've seen like so many small programs. I've seen so many small programs where it's just like, oh hey, let's dynamically link it, and distribute it on the internet, and it just annoys me because I just can't run it on Alpine. Maybe if I could, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of reasons why why statically linking is just better, but it's so difficult to do nowadays because everyone by default is just like, oh, statically linking, it saves space, it does all this stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's Alpine Linux user problems. Yeah. I mean, I am glad that. See, one thing that is great about Alpine though is the fact that it is just really lightweight, and it's just like my laptop runs noticeably faster running Alpine than it does running Arch Linux, which is surprising because Arch Linux is like very minimal to begin with, but once you even like, I guess, get rid of all the extra stuff that you thought you needed but you really didn't, my laptop just becomes so much faster and so much more lightweight. It's crazy. Let's see. Oh, he says Alpine is bloat. Use OpenBSD. I've tried OpenBSD and I don't know how I feel about it because like on one hand I do like the fact that like when you install it you get a complete system when you install it. Like that's one thing I love. Alpine is like, a lot of Linux distributions are not like that. When you install it, like Arch Linux or Alpine or Void Linux, you have to set up everything yourself, and it can be a headache it can be really a headache if you're doing it multiple times. Whereas OpenBSD, when you install it, it's just like, oh, comes with man pages, comes with all these programs that you need, and like it comes with everything like pre-configured, or most things that you need pre-configured, which is really nice. That's what I like about OpenBSD. But at the same time, it's like it is slower than Linux. I will have to give it that. It is more secure, but it is slower, and I actually can't use it on my laptop. I think I've tried it on my desktop. I think it does work, but on my laptop, on this ThinkPad, there's actually a problem where I have core boot my ThinkPad, and it actually won't, like, OpenBSD just won't boot from the USB drive, or I don't think it won't boot in general using core boot, and I really don't want to mess with the settings to figure it out. So I'm just like, I don't want to. Besides, I don't even want to use OpenBSD because, like, there's so many programs that, like, Firefox runs horribly on OpenBSD, and it's just one of those things where I'll just be alienating myself even more. I think Alpine is as far as I'll go, like, when it comes to minimalism. So I think it's just right for me. Yeah, it says Alpine Linux does not support that many software packages. Yeah, it does. I mean, it supports. From what I've seen, it supports more than Void Linux. So that's good. I mean, yeah, I think it does have a bit more than Void Linux, honestly. If you enable, like, all the testing repositories and all that, like, I think you get like a decent amount more. Let's see. Have you tried Gentoo? I have tried Gentoo. As a desktop system, no. As just sort of like testing around and messing around with things, yes, I have used it. I think the longest I probably used it was for like a week, just because, like, compiling and setting compile flags is just a pain. And not only that, I think just managing compile flags is just a pain in the butt. Like, it's like Gentoo's nice just for, like, setting up custom systems you're never going to update ever again, or update very sparingly. But I think for, like, a desktop system where you're going to be probably updating or installing new packages quite often, I don't think it's, at least for me, it's not viable. There might be some people who have that much time. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. This one says, but Alpine is great the other way around. I've been playing around with some embedded RISC-V stuff, and even though it's build root, I can just borrow Alpine binaries from Muscle or microlibs or micro-c-libc with symlinks. Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, for embedded stuff, Alpine's amazing. Like, no doubt about it. Like, it is fantastic. It is so lightweight. I think they just recently, like, officially added RISC-V support, which is really nice. And there is a lot of RISC-V computers, desktops too. Maybe I think even laptops too, sort of like showing up on the scene. Which I'm fingers crossed. I'm really hoping that RISC-V overtakes, first things first, x86, but also ARM, because ARM, I don't know, it is more power efficient, but I don't know. I think it's the fact that I just like the fact RISC-V is open. I think that's definitely a strong suit, a strength that it has. I've been like, in the past, I've looked at, like, oh, there's RISC-V desktops out there, and it's like $1,000 something for a desktop, whereas that, like, underperforms. It's not there yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, say Alpine binaries are the best. Let's see, Alpine. It's also something interesting you bring up with. I think it's UC-libc. Is that like micro-c-libc? I don't know how to pronounce, or don't know how, like, that's how they say that, but I have heard about that C library. I obviously never use it. There's, like, no distributions that ship with it. But I have seen it. I heard it is less compatible than Muscle, but I heard it is smaller and more minimal. Let's see. The K123 says, in my opinion, Gentoo is great. Gentoo is great as a Debian alternative if you're in a situation where you don't have internet at home and have a desktop computer. I think that Gentoo supports downloading repo archives on USB. Yeah, like I said, if you're the kind of person that, like, never updates the computer, or just barely, like, updates it sparingly, Gen 2's fine. Like it's, yeah, Gen 2's fine. If I was that kind of person, I would probably use Gen 2. Probably with a few custom things, but yeah, I think for me, it's not for me personally. Oh yeah, it says UC libc is another libc library for very small systems. Yeah, like I said, I've heard about it. Like it seems smaller than Muscle, but it also seems like it's less compatible with a lot of or not as compatible with a lot of programs. Rust is bloat. Yeah, it is. It is bloat. Like, it's. Don't even get me started on Rust. I don't even want to like rant about it because it's just like it's been done to death. Like Rust has been done to death. Everyone has beaten it to the ground. Like, sure, it has supposed like memory safety and all these like neat features, but like the binaries are bloated. It's just a pain. Like, it's not like a horrible language. Like compared to C++, like Rust will I will take Rust any day over C++. Like, I'm sorry, but C++ is an absolute nightmare. I cannot stand it. I've used it before, and it kills me every time I use it. So I wonder how the audio is doing right now. So it looks like it's a bit high right now. I'll try turning the gain down. Okay, that's a bit better. Let's see. What are your thoughts on microformats 2? I'm not sure what that is. What is microformats 2? Or maybe just microformat. And then it's microformats 2. Building blocks for data-rich web pages. Oh no, I think this is going to be like some sort of like. Oh, the page isn't even loading. That's not good. Is it like? It's the latest version of the simplest way to mark up structured information in HTML. So is this? What is this? So you're probably gonna have to explain to me what microformat 2 is. Oh, here we go. Wait. I think I found something. Meaningful HTML. Oh, okay, so it seems to be just. I see. So I think it seems to be HTML with much more. It's much more semantic HTML, from the looks of it. I mean, I have no problem with that. I mean, I just don't see a reason why it's groundbreaking. I don't know. It's by Mozilla, so I don't. Parser libraries. Looks interesting though. I've never heard of it before. So Rust has a very big binary size. Yes, it does. I remember trying I think it was a Hello World program, and I think it was a Hello World program I compiled because I just want to see like how easy it was to use Rust. And it's okay. I will give Rust this. It's actually not too difficult to set up and compile a program or get things going. It's very straightforward. But I compiled a Hello World program. I think it was like 1 megabyte in size. Like, to be fair, I didn't strip the binary, but like 1 megabyte Hello World. That is just get that away from me. Like, I don't think it was even statically linked either. It was dynamically linked, which makes it so much worse. I don't understand like why, like the things people do for safety, for like supposed safety, I guess. Like if you want if you want a safe language, just use Zig. I mean, yeah. Although to be fair, Rust does have a lot of high level stuff, so I don't know. Let's see. I've gotten muscle binaries to run on micro-C by some. Interesting. Oh, there's a spider in my microphone. Yeah, so there's bugs everywhere. Oh no, he's just chilling there. It's fine. Let's see. C++ is bloat. Yeah, see, I wouldn't say it's bloat. I mean, compared to C, 100%. Like, compared to C is bloat. But like compared to Rust is more bloat than C++. But I think the problem with C++ is that like it has all this bloat, but it's still like it has all this bloat, and yet it's somehow worse. Like it's like you took C and then just add a bunch of garbage on top of it and set that garbage on fire. That's C++. I don't know whose idea it was to add object-oriented programming to C. Actually, no, I do know whose idea it was. It was actually I do know his name. I just can't pronounce it because it's such a weird name. But I do know whose idea it was to make C++, and it's just I don't know. I just use C or Rust. Like if I don't know, it's. Let's see. Someone says, "All right, 12:20 a.m. here. Need to be at work. Later, have a nice stream." Well, thanks. Say 12:20 a.m. Is this the guy that was? Wait, I'm trying to see now. Is this the guy from Norway? I can't recall. Say 12:20 a.m. Wow. Wait. They must have a night shift job. I don't know. Yeah, there's this spider. There's a spider just sitting on my microphone. It's just sort of like staring at me. It's kind of awkward. Like it's literally staring directly at my face. It's like the really small ones with like where you can like see like you can see all the little eyes on it, like the little tiny like I don't want to say cute ones, but like it is kind of cute. Oh, he says no. Germany. Need to get up at 6. I work later, so I need to sleep now. Oh, he has to sleep. Okay, I'm like, who goes to work at 12:20 a.m. Unless it's like you know like a weird schedule. But no, okay, that makes sense. Say have a good day. See, this spider really likes my microphone. Let's see. It's been going for 52 minutes. Wow, stream's still going. I could have sworn my battery would have died by now. Oh, it's at 47%. Okay. So I want to go until my battery. I want to try to go until my battery dies, but I have a secondary battery on my laptop, so I don't know if that's gonna. I'm not sure if I'm just gonna go till both of them die, but I think it's gonna be a while till both of them die. Yeah, 1 second. Okay. That's good enough. So yeah, this like I'm not sure if I can show you guys, but like this spider has just made itself at home on my microphone. I kind of want to show it to the camera. Hold up. You can kind of see him or her or whatever. Yeah, no, he's sort of just chilling there. Not gonna bug it. So I think all the traffic stopped. I think it's probably because everyone's heading home for the day. gonna go ahead and mess around with this little background here again. Kind of wanna. What should I add? It's like this empty space, like to the left of me. I think I should probably. I don't know. I kind of want to add. I'm gonna add another like text box. Let's see. Let's do text. Here we go. So you don't want just. Okay. Okay, actually, yeah, I'll wait. That says many people are using microformats too in the indie web community. So I've never heard of microformats too. I've never heard of that before. I mean, to be fair, a lot of things. It says it's made by Mozilla, or at least in part by Mozilla. I think it's like a lot of things. Wait, is it made by Mozilla? No, I don't think it is. Okay, never mind. Wait. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, I guess I was just wrong about that. I saw a Mozilla webpage, and I just assumed it was Mozilla. Let's see. So I don't like the abbreviation though. UF. I don't like that abbreviation. As a previous electrical engineer, I don't like the microformats abbreviations. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. Oh, so you can have different types of microform. Interesting. That does actually look very intriguing. For content, so you can use HTML for contact information, geographical coordinates, news content. That looks interesting. I might give that a look. Oh, I see. So you have different classes which can. Okay, those actually look really interesting. It says you can parse the microformats to HTML code that you have on your own website, and it makes it much more easy for web scrape websites. Okay. So yeah, I'm a bit mixed about that. I'm a bit mixed about that because, like, on one hand, like, I don't mind if like individuals are scraping. Goodness, I can't say anything. Scraping my website for information, but like at the same time, like there's been so many lawsuits recently of like large corporations scraping people's websites, and it's just like I don't know if I want to feed into that. I mean, I definitely don't want to feed into that, actually. Like, if everyone out there is watching this, go ahead, like, any individuals, I guess, go ahead and scrape my website for whatever you need. I don't care. As long as you're not, like, bringing it down or, like, causing too much traffic, it's perfectly fine. Don't ask for my permission. So I'm surprised. I'm genuinely surprised this many people. Or maybe not this many. I'm getting like this many people like chatting on the live stream. I was not expecting anybody, honestly. So I will give microformats a closer, or microformats to a closer look though. It does look once I started seeing like geographical coordinates, recipes, reviews, and like all these different types of like formats, it did kind of get my interest. Especially if it makes it easier to like parse HTML. Let's see. So David says, "I'm assuming you're in university. What would you do if class required to install Windows Mac for class use?" I'm actually not in university. I recently graduated, but yeah, if they require you, if they like straight up require you to install Windows or Mac application, okay. I would say, what I personally did is, if it's something I had to have on my computer constantly, I would just use Wine. But if it's an application, you can just use the school computers if they have any. Just do that. I would recommend that. That's what I did. I had a class where I forgot what it was, where we had to use, I think, a Microsoft project, and I just literally go over, use a computer with Microsoft project on it, and then do the work in one sitting and just turn it in. That being said, the Microsoft project does suck. I would not recommend using it or paying for it. If you want something that's better than Microsoft project, use, I think it's GraphViz. GraphViz is definitely like 50 trillion times better. It's so much better. Or no, wait. No, wait, or am I thinking of the wrong program? I can't recall. But see, what was your major? No, I don't want to reveal that yet. I would say it was not a good decision. It's obviously not like, I wasn't an art major. No, I definitely didn't go that far. But it was definitely a major I didn't need. Or I could definitely do without. Let's see, he says semi-structured data is a useful keyword. Is that referring to I forgot the name of it. Microformats, yeah. Semi-structured data. Let's take a look. Oh no, it's just, okay, yeah. It's just a generic term. I thought maybe there's a keyword or something like that you're referring to. Yeah, XML, JSON. Okay, I see. It's a good term to know. Semi-structured data. Thanks for that. Let's see. For learning more about databases. Okay. Say Linux says, "What's up?" This guy. The OpenStreetMap is a database for coordinates. Oh yeah, I know that. See, I didn't. See, there's been so many instances where I've wanted to like edit stuff on OpenStreetMap because there's information that's just wrong. At least for where I live, and I don't want to say like I'm too lazy to create an account, but yeah, I don't want to say I'm too lazy to create an account, but it's one of those things where it's just like, no, I don't want to create an account just to edit this like information. I've never even edited OpenStreetMap before, so I don't even know how difficult it is. So it might not even be worth it. And the spider's oh, there we go. Okay, I was like, the spider was still on my microphone, but it just jumped off. That's good. Okay, oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Disappeared. Yeah, I'm surprised that no one I only saw one person park their car at this park, and they just parked here and left. I'm surprised no one else is here. But to be fair, this is a really small park, so I don't blame them. This is very small. Not 1 acre, not even. Actually, I don't know. Is this an acre? Despite being in the middle of nowhere, it is not. Despite being literally in the middle of nowhere, it is a very small park. Probably because everything else here is just farmland. Let's see. Linux 48 says, "Guess who was too busy to upgrade his Gentoo system in 100 days?" Yeah. Like I said earlier in the stream, Gentoo is a hassle, or at least it can be. Let's see. The password, I think I'm pronouncing it right. It says it's very easy. It is worth it. Have you ever wondered where every McDonald's store is in the world? You can do that in OpenStreetMap. I mean, maybe not every McDonald's store. I don't think I've eaten McDonald's in at least who knows how. I think at least 8 years. I want to keep it that way. But maybe finding a nearest, I don't know, nearest parks, nearest gas stations. Yeah, I think that'd be useful. So Mapillary is a project that aims to create an open source street view platform. Really? It's an interesting name, Mapillary. Street view platform. Open source street view platform. That is unique. Okay, yeah, there's a problem. I think for some reason websites aren't loading correctly while I'm live streaming. Okay, well. So they do have an app, which I am very skeptical of, but yeah, Mapillary. Is it on F-Droid? That's the real design factor. If it's on F-Droid. Oh, no, I don't think it is. Yeah, the website's not loading for me. I'll take a look at it later though. It sounds really interesting. Having an open source street view. Because I really don't want to use Google Maps ever again. Because I've been running Gentoo on my laptop and my desktop for the last 4 years, but I'm considering swapping my laptop to Debian or something like that. Maintaining one Gentoo system is enough. Yeah, maintain Gentoo is rough. Or not rough, but it can really sink your time if something goes wrong. Yeah, if you don't want anything at all to go wrong on your system, Debian is the way to go. You will not have any problems, at least if you don't intentionally screw things up. You also won't have any updates either, at least if you use stable. So your voice is echoing, so I don't know how to fix that. Oh, it's good now. Okay, well, I didn't do anything, so I guess it just, I don't know, just some weird audio stuff. Maybe it's pulse audio, I don't know. Gentoo is the only Linux I've ever used, so I bet there's a lot of things I take for granted, which will be annoying on other distros. Wow, that is impressive. Using only Gentoo, or just going straight to Gentoo. That I admire that. Yeah, that's really interesting. But at the same time, you don't know what you're missing out on other distros. Like, I'm trying to think now. Like, Gentoo does have a lot of packages, but yeah, I'm not really sure what you're missing out on, because I'm thinking of like, oh, Alpine Linux has OpenRC, but so does Gentoo. I guess muscle-libc is what you're missing out on. Not much, I guess. As long as you have the time to, I guess as long as you have the time to maintain Gentoo, if it's worth it to you, go ahead. I just want to do a world update without slot conflicts. Yeah. Yeah, those are always a pain. Let's see, Linux 48 asks, or no, wait. Oh no, sorry. The K123 asks, how did you get into Linux? That is actually a good question. I don't remember completely. I remember like freshman year of high school, the school I went to, they had like laptops, and I ended up installing Ubuntu on one of the school laptops, and because they didn't secure them properly, and so I ended up installing Ubuntu on it, and I think that was like my very first encounter, at least like that I can remember, encounter with Linux. But I didn't really do anything until like my senior year of high school, when I got a Lenovo laptop, not a ThinkPad, but like actual like modern-ish Lenovo laptop, which wasn't that bad. And I installed Fedora on it, and it was, it worked pretty well. But I think once I got to college, I still had that laptop by college. I installed, I think, Arch on it, or I started learning Arch, and then eventually, I think it was Arch. I didn't like system. I think it's like I didn't like System D, so I switched to Void, and I used Void for probably the longest amount of time. And then I think I had a few, like, Void was amazing, but I had a few reasons not to use it, or not to use it, but I had a few like nitpicks with it. And the straw that really broke the camel's back was the maintainers removed all of the like cryptocurrency related packages, like Bitcoin, like packages for Bitcoin wallets or Monero. And I think, okay, now it's time to switch to Alpine, or give Alpine a look, because it's like the fact that, like, and it wasn't for like, oh, we can't maintain this. It was because like they're like, oh, cryptocurrency's evil, it's the devil or whatever, and like we can't support these, we morally can't support these packages or something like that. It's just so dumb. I hate when people do that. Says Linux 48 says Gentoo supports muscle. I did not know that. Actually, that does make sense, but I didn't know that. I didn't know it supports muscle. I guess I'm trying to think of anything Alpine has over Gentoo. I guess the APK package manager is, I'm sorry, but Emerge, or is it Emerge or is it Portage? I can't remember what the Gentoo build tools are called, but APK I think will beat anything. APK is just amazing. I'm sorry, like the Gentoo package manager, it's great, but APK is better. See, did you ever have issues with keyboard or mouse when using DWM on Alpine? They don't work for me, but every thread on Reddit was deleted, so I left defeated. Yeah, it's I never had issues. No. Try adding say David. Try adding your user to the, I think it's the input group. There's a group called inputs, and because if your keyboard and mouse isn't working, that's probably the problem. Is your user isn't added to the input group. I've had that problem before, and it's one of those things where it's like, oh, duh, and I didn't realize it. Or I didn't realize it until like I looked at my like Etsy/group file, and I'm like, oh, I'm not in the input group. That's why. Because your your keyboard, your mouse won't work if you're not in that group. At least if you're using like DWM or X11. Let's see, it says it's called Portage, but the command is Emerge. Yeah, I always get them confused because it's Portage. Okay, I'll remember that. So what an interesting combination. Gen2 installer asks, any thought on Presbyterianism? That's out of the blue. I don't know. I feel like Presbyterianism is like the one denomination I don't have that too much familiarity with. I know that they're kind of like they're kind of Calvinist, but not really. I don't really know that too much about them. I do know the stereotype that like Presbyterian people are some of the most boring people. That's the only thing I have to go off of is a stereotype of Presbyterians. But I do know they do like adhere to like Calvinist theology. Some of them are. I do know that Presbyterians are very splintered. Like, I don't know how many different Presbyterian churches I've seen in my life where it's just like, oh, here's the American Presbyterian Church, or here's the First Presbyterian. It's almost like Baptist, but not as bad. At least the number of like different like denominations of Presbyterians. So Baptist, it's actually way worse. So have you considered what? See, Password says, have you ever wondered what race is the best? You can do that in Wikidata. I didn't know that. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. Say Linux48 says, I'm also considered switching to Wayland and trying Hyperland as a window manager. I've been on DWM for the last 4 years. I'm weary of Hyperland. It looks, I don't want to say it looks bad, but like it seems like, I don't know. I personally, I don't have good first impressions of Hyperland, but I could be wrong. There is a Wayland version of DWM called DWL, which I have been eyeballing because there have been a few things about, one thing about DWM that bugs me. It's a very small nitpick, and it's whenever I like first start DWM and I open a terminal, specifically ST, and I try closing it won't close, so I have to manually like run pkill st. Otherwise, that's the only like gripe I have with it. It's DWM's amazing. That being said, though, Wayland, the fact that there's barely any screen tearing, that sounds nice, and the fact it's more secure, or at least in theory, it's more secure, is probably a nice thing to have. And not only that, it's like people don't talk about this that much, but X11 or Xorg is pretty bloated, at least compared to Wayland. It's literally like the I don't know how to describe it. It's like we use it for so long. It's just one of those things you just sort of have to deal with, at least until Wayland came around. But Xorg, I'm not sure how much. I think it's like 40 years of legacy code, and it's just like such a large code base. Whereas like Wayland is, or at least Wayland compositors are all like independent for the most part, and usually pretty minimal. Yeah, it's X11 can be a bit bloat sometimes, but for now I'm dealing with it. Oh no. It says the Hyperland dev hard-coded an anime background by default. It's like he wants you to instantly uninstall it. Yeah, like why? Like, why would you hard-code an anime background? It's just no. That's okay. This is kind of a rant, but this is something that's really been annoying me, is like the fact that in America, at least, anime's been kind of like taking over a bit. Like, people have been telling me like, oh yeah, they made an anime about this thing, about like this obscure thing. I'm like, really? Like, I feel like that's the one thing like from Japan that we didn't need here in the West is anime. Like, sure, Dragon Ball Z is good. That's really it. I don't know why anime is so popular. Like, I literally saw a friend of mine watching anime. It's literally just like the most exaggerated like facial expressions, and like literally like he'll step on a bug and it'll be like, oh my goodness, like it just overreact, like everything's an overreaction. It's like overstimulated. I think that's probably why anime is so popular right now in America. It's just it's always stimulating your brain, and I just don't like it. Like it takes like, for some shows they draw it out for 50 episodes. I'm not even gonna talk about anime anymore. It's not even worth it. Everyone knows it's just bad. See, have you ever given post-market OS a try? I considered it. I've tried getting it run. I have an old Google Pixel. Like, it's a really old Google Pixel, and by really old, like 5 years, which in cell phone terms is old. But I've looked at installing post-market OS on it, but it's not like officially supported, and I've jumped through so many loopholes to get it installed and patch it by hand. And not only that, there's like barely anything supported for it. Like I don't think I can do even phone calls if I install it, so it's not worth it right now. Maybe that's changed, but yeah, it's not worth it for me right now. Wayland was originally developed by a Danish person, which is why it is bloat. I guess I mean, I wouldn't say Wayland is bloat, but I don't know. Maybe Danish people have a reputation for making bloated stuff. See, David says make a Luke Smith style rant on anime. I might make a rant on anime. Like it's one of those things where it's just like it's literally like Gen Z brain rot, where it's just like constant stimulation. Like that's literally what anime is. Because I was sitting down watching like a friend of mine, he was watching anime. Like I mentioned earlier, he's watching anime, and like I sat down to try to watch it, and it's literally like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like it's almost like brain rot. It's like you like when you're watching anime, you always have to constantly be stimulated, if that makes sense. Like, or it's continuously stimulating. Like there's always something happening. There's never like a dull moment. Everyone's like has like this weird expression to their voice that it keeps you on edge for some reason, or like they're mentally there's no quiet parts, at least that I've seen. Like there's no downtime. It's always, I don't know, maybe if I do a rant on anime, it has to be a lot more structured than what I'm saying right now, because I'm just pulling stuff out of like what I remember. But maybe I should make a video about like why anime is just not good. Anime is bloat. Yeah, anime is bloat. I think the only anime I would say is even worth like a little bit of anyone's time is, I would say, Dragon Ball. And that's not because I'm okay. I am slightly biased because me and my brother watched Dragon Ball growing up, and it was a good time. But no, I think it's one of those anime. It's one of those animes where it's not like completely degenerate. And it's literally Mexican soap opera. But yeah, Gen 2 Stellar says Mexican confirmed. I'm not a Mexican. No, it's one of those things where me and my brother just watched it growing up, or my brother would watch it and I would join him. So maybe my brother's Mexican. I don't know. But yeah, it's I just have good memories of it. Maybe I'm slightly biased, but at least it's not like completely degenerate. Like there's actually like decent things to learn from it. But on one hand, I'm not really a big fan of like cartoons or TV shows where there's like no progress whatsoever. It's a bit mind-numbing. So Linux 48 says, do you program? I mean, kind of. I don't know. I mean, I did have a job where I was kind of programming. A little bit of everything, a little bit of C, a little bit of JavaScript. Let's see, a little bit of C, a little bit of JavaScript, a little bit of C++, C#, mostly those languages. But personally, I prefer C, shell scripting, definitely shell scripting. But C, I don't mind programming like small things in C. I'm trying to think of whether like I dabble around in a few languages like Go. Oh, actually, I'll program in Go too. Go's nice. If I use a high level language, I usually default to Go. Sometimes Python, but usually Go. I'm trying to think of like what else. Yeah, like I've tried Rust, I've tried Haskell. I do like Lisp a bit. Lisp isn't bad, although it's very slow. So password says Avatar. Do you mean Avatar like the? Do you mean Avatar like the movie? Like James Cameron Avatar, or are you talking about Avatar as in like the TV show with the kid with the blue, Aang with the blue thing on his head? Because that, if you're talking about the TV show, that is actually, I actually don't. That's not actually an anime, I don't believe, but it's a good show. I like that show. I mean, everyone loves that show. I don't think there's anyone that hates Avatar. That's the Last Airbender that's seen it. See, JavaScript is worse than anime. Yes, it is. I mean, at least I don't know, like, because when it comes to like psychological effects, I feel like maybe anime is worse, but at the same time, JavaScript. Yeah, I don't know. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Let's see, brain rot. Oh, brain rot wise, yeah. Oh yeah, he says no. Avatar the TV show. Yeah, Avatar the TV show is amazing. Yeah, like everyone loves it. Like anyone who hates it is wrong. It's like the one TV show that I like growing up that I would watch, where there would actually be like genuine like character development and progress, and things wouldn't be reset by the end of the episode, at least most of the time. Like there would be like, it was actually like, honestly, it's one of those shows where like even as an adult you can go back to and enjoy, because there's just like, despite the fact it's made for kids, it hits like on a very deep level, and it's, as much as I don't recommend cartoons to people or anything like that, like Avatar is like the one, like Avatar: The Last Airbender is like the one huge exception. It's great. Let's see, thoughts on Alex Jones. I don't know if I have. I don't really have that much like many thoughts on him. I know a decent, maybe not a decent amount about him, but like he's kind of gone underground recently. I remember when I was in Texas for a while, I did hear his radio station, which was kind of funny. But I don't really have many like thoughts on Alex Jones. Like, dude got banned from a lot of places or a lot of platforms. Yeah, I don't know. Don't really have much to say about him. See, JavaScript is better than PHP. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one, because on one hand, like JavaScript is one of those languages where it's just like, oh no, it makes me cringe so hard. But at the same time, PHP, I don't know. I think in my opinion, people might people might get angry at me for this, but I think PHP is better than JavaScript. To be fair, I haven't used that much PHP, so I can't be too definitive about that. But at least from my limited experience with both of them, I think I like PHP more. See, how much battery do I have left on this? See, I might. Oh yeah, I got 2% battery on my my laptop. Oh yeah, I think I might have to end the stream soon. Let's see. Before I do that, though, I wanna. Let's see. I want to add some stuff to my. Yeah, no, I'll just throw this over there while I'm at it. So I gotta eat dinner at some point. I haven't had anything to eat yet. It's like, I think right now it's not getting too late. It's still bright outside, but Yeah, I'm not gonna end the stream just yet, but I think I'll go a little bit longer, if possible. I don't know. My laptop battery is at 2%, but like I said, that's my backup battery. I still have to go through the main battery on my laptop, because I got 2 batteries on this thing. See, dynamic websites are better than static websites. I mean, no, that's not true. Well, okay, it depends. Like if you're making like an e-commerce website, yeah, of course it's better. But if you're making a personal homepage, no, just go with static. Like you don't need all these fancy like bloated features for your website. Just go with static. Like there are not many use cases, or I would say not many use cases, but very few websites should be dynamic websites. Mostly just like personal homepages and stuff like that. Like I think if you like, for example, GitHub, which is a dynamic website, versus SourceHut, which is a static website. I think SourceHut does what GitHub should do, and it's one of those things where you don't need your website to be dynamic. You don't need it to be dynamic. There are very few websites that really need to be dynamic out there. Let's see. Xorg is better because it uses only 2 million lines of code. Yeah. I guess people are having a debate about what 1 plus 1 is, or 11 plus 1 is in JavaScript. Actually, yeah. Here, wait. I think I'll try that out right now. I think. Let's see. Inspect. Let's open my browser console and see. So wait, it's 11 in parentheses plus 1. It's 111 in parentheses. Yeah, JavaScript is crazy. I mean, that's what happens when you design your language in only a week. It's to be expected. And when you have to design your language in a week and have to make it backwards compatible throughout who knows how many years, you're gonna have weird stuff like that. Says, I've been thinking of making a database of every person in the world, like names, email, date of birth, etc. Yeah, good luck with that. That's not going to be easy. I mean, government's already ahead. Already, who knows how many steps ahead of you. So maybe just start contacting governments. See, David says, have you heard of the Durmbird language? Oh, Dreambird language. Oh yeah, isn't it like that? Oh, I'm trying to remember now. It's like the Dreambird. That sounds very familiar. Here, wait, I'm gonna look it up. I do remember hearing about that. That is Dreambird. Oh yeah, it's like that joke programming language. I think that's what it is. Am I right? Or am I? Yeah, it's like a joke. It's like a language someone made as a joke. Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is. You know what? I might. Here, wait. I might share my screen. Let's see. Let's do screen capture. Yeah. Capture cursor. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, so this is Dreambird right here. Yeah, it's the perfect programming language. And it's literally just a bunch of just random syntax thrown into language. Yeah, emojis. Oh yeah. Oh, this is fun. Variables have lifetimes. Oh my goodness. This is divided by 0 returns undefined. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I have seen Dreambird before, or seen the language, or am familiar with the language at least. It says it makes fun of JavaScript so much. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's always fun to make fun. It's always fun to make fun of JavaScript. It'll never not be fun. Let's see, one moment. So not gonna lie, this is a really nice location. This park I'm at is literally in the middle of nowhere, but I don't know. I kind of like it. It's a nice location. If only the park was slightly bigger. Let's see. Password says back in the days we all used to use. I used to use symbols in the IRC chats and stuff like that. P.S. I'm a Zoomer, so I don't remember that, but I believe that's better than emojis. Yeah. Let's see. Someone asked what happened to Luke Smith. Oh, he's still alive. Yeah. I think someone I know actually met him in Southeast Linux or Linux Fest Southeast. I almost went, but I was actually busy around that time. I was moving around that time, so I sadly couldn't go. Plus, I live up north, so I can't really it's a hassle for me to go down there. That being said, he is alive though. So interesting. So I swear I'm probably not pronouncing it right because it's a weird username, but Password. You use IRC chat. So I'm interested. What client do you use? Because I used I'm trying to remember what it was. I used to use. Oh man, I can't remember what it is. It's it's not WeChat, but it's not WeChat. It's it's IRSSI. Yeah, IRSSI. That's what I used. I'm not sure if that's a good one or not, but that's what I used for the longest time. At least when I used IRC. I don't really use it anymore that much. So Luke Smith destroyed DistroTube. Yeah, DistroTube. I subscribed to him a long time ago, and I unsubscribed. I think few months after that because it's I don't know, it's one of those channels where like he uploads every single day, and it's even if it's good quality, like even if it's quality or not, and I'm just like first things first, I can't keep up with uploading every single day, and also I can't it's some of his content is just gone downhill. I don't know. His channel is interesting. I do like the fact though that he's like the only big person on YouTube to cover Emacs. I think that is quite interesting because nobody I know of uses Emacs. Everyone else uses Vim or VI. So suckless tools on IRC is very good. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're referring to the suckless IRC programs. Yeah, those I've never used those before, but I've never used those before. It's interesting though. I don't use IRC because it doesn't have history. Same. I tried using I tried setting up an IRC bouncer to save my history, but it was a hassle because I think LiberaChat blocked my IP because they thought I was spam, and I didn't even want to deal with it. So I'm just like I'll just deal with I'll just leave my desktop on constantly. I'll just leave my desktop on just so I can get history. I'm like, you know what? This isn't worth it. I'm just not going to do IRC anymore. Maybe you might see me on there every once in a while, but I'm not really on IRC anymore. Let's see. Brody Robertson or something like that makes videos about Linux news, and I follow that channel. Yeah, he's an interesting guy. I could honestly, I don't know why his channel hasn't grown that much because his content isn't too bad, but at the same time, his content isn't too bad, but at the same time, it's one of those things where posting a video every single day can only get you so far. See, how do we get normies to use XMPP? Maybe it's best that normies don't use XMPP because they might ruin it. I don't know, but I don't know. It's the same way you get normies to not make bloated websites. It's impossible. Also, this lighting is the sun shining right on me. So if okay, there we go. So I might actually just scooch my entire thing over. There we go. Okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah, good enough. See, XMPP is bad. It uses XML. You can make the same case for HTML too. It's one of those things where it's the best thing we have. XMPP is the best thing we have. Maybe okay. So IRC, there's IRC v3, which I do hear is it's almost on the level of XMPP, but not really. There's still some things to be desired, but maybe if IRC develops enough, maybe it could be usable or better than XMPP, but I don't know. So how do I get normies to use Windows 11? You don't. See, JSON is fast and less bloat. Better. It's better than XML or HTML, but honestly, just use TOML or whatever, or TOML. It's the fastest one you could probably use. Yeah, man. If I don't even want to get started on Windows 11. It's just everyone knows it's horrible. I don't understand why people are still oh, let's use Windows 11. It's probably probably even worse than Vista. Probably worse than I think so far Windows 11 has probably been the worst Windows OS to date. It's that's not good. It's just, I say Windows 11 is not good. Cat 5 website recommends JSON. Yeah, I guess it's not bad. It's just Toml is, I think, probably the most efficient one from what I've heard. Yeah, man, I was not expecting. I'm looking at like how long the live streams are going. It's an hour and 45 minutes, and I didn't realize I've been here this long. I was not expecting it to go on this long. I guess I lost track of time, but I think I don't know. I think I might have to end the stream soon because, see, my battery. Yeah, man, my battery is actually last quite a while. It's at 72%, and it's almost been 2 hours. That's not bad. So, I mean, the testing my battery, it lasts at least 2 hours, and 2 hours streaming video. That's pretty good. And the signal looks like it's been good. The signal looks like it's been good the whole time. I don't think there's. It says it's only been 6 dropped frames. It's not bad. I still have 4 bars, so yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end the stream. So yeah, see you guys later.